If you're following pop culture, celebrity news, things like that, you might know that Ezra Miller has been in the news doing some not so good things lately. We'll get into those things and a brief history, but first, the new thing here says guns, bullets, and Mary Jane, Ezra Miller housing 3 young children and their mother at Vermont farm. Sources claim the living conditions at the Flashes Stars farm are unsafe for children, alleging there are weapons lying around and that a 1-year-old put a loose bullet in her mouth. Let's just say this. The source in this case is the child's father, so not a bad source actually. And here's one from page 6. Page 6 says Ezra Miller allegedly housing 3 children, their mother at weapon-filled farm. These articles are from June 23rd, 2022. And page 6 goes on to say, multiple sources with knowledge of the situation, including the child's father, made the accusations to Rolling Stone in an expose published Thursday. 2 of the sources expressed concern for the safety of the children aged 1 to 5, alleging that there are unattended guns strewn around the home, which lies on the Fantastic Beasts Stars 96-acre property in Stamford, Vermont. Doesn't sound so good. I don't think anyone would say leaving guns around kids is a great idea. I'd say outright horrible. I'd say this is probably the worst thing that Ezra has done. Ezra got into a bar fight, choked a fan, allegedly grooming this underage girl, but leaving guns around kids, that's next level. Rolling Stone claims to have reviewed video footage from April that appeared to show at least 8 assault weapons, rifles, and handguns scattered around the home's living room, noting some weapons were even propped up next to stuffed animals. One source added that the 1-year-old once allegedly picked up a loose bullet and put it in her mouth. And they also said that there was some smoking of the Mary Jane in front of the kids. Not so good. I'm not against it in an adult situation, recreational, like alcohol, fine. But in front of a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 5-year-old, I gotta say no. They go on to say here that the woman and children have been living in Ezra's place called Perks of Being a Wallflower. Kind of an odd name there. And they met in Hawaii, which is where Ezra kind of yelled at the cops, got in a little bar scuffle, stuff like that. However, the mother insists she and her children are not in danger. In fact, she told the outlet that Miller helped her escape from an allegedly violent and abusive ex and gave her a safe environment for her 3 very young children. Yeah, okay. As somebody who has kids myself, I gotta say, it's no easy task just housing a family of 4. Even if you have paid help, what are you doing? The lifestyle is kind of strange to me. So it seems that the mother has an abuse case against the father, and that's why she left, and she's hanging out with an abuser, Ezra Miller. Man, I'm trying to make sense of all this. There's really no point A to point B here. There's not one set storyline with a conclusion, a middle, and an end. This is just kind of wild here, in the midst of being figured out. Here's the thing. Fortunately or unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything actually illegal going on here. I'm going to assume in Vermont you can have those guns or get permits or own them within the law. Okay, so that's not actually illegal. It's not actually illegal to have your guns out when there are kids around. It's a stupid, terrible idea, but technically not illegal. So it seems the abuse case is pending. It hasn't been sorted out yet. So the official story is this woman fled from an abusive situation to a situation that's very strange, where there's guns and drugs in front of her kids. The children's father, who claims Miller, who identifies as non-binary and uses they-them pronouns, flew the woman and 3 youngsters to his Vermont home without his knowledge. He told Rolling Stone he has not been able to see or speak with his children since then. I got a bad feeling in my stomach. The father, who was not identified by name, said, I do want to go get my kids. They mean the effing world to me. In mid-May, he contacted Vermont's Department for Children and Families and local police to conduct wellness checks on his kids. A social worker allegedly visited Miller's farm on May 16th and informed the father his kids looked good, but felt they had more work to do. According to the text messages reviewed by Rolling Stone, whatever that means. This is only the most recent of multiple troubling situations involving Miller this year. Earlier this month, the concerned parents of an 18-year-old in North Dakota accused the Justice League star of allegedly grooming their child using cult-like and psychologically manipulative behaviors, which the teen staunchly denied. The following week, a worried parent in Massachusetts accused Miller of behaving inappropriately toward their 12-year-old child. According to the Daily Beast, both the parent and the child were granted a temporary restraining order against the actor without advance notice because the court determined that there is a substantial likelihood of immediate danger of harassment. And then they say he was arrested in Hawaii for disorderly conduct and harassment and second-degree assault. And then they mention in 2022, Ezra choked a fan in Iceland. So there you have it. This doesn't seem to end. For me, it seems like some jail time should be dished out here, but I guess people who are famous don't really go to jail so much. We're in the age where we can prove things. Even 15 years ago, hell, even maybe 10 years ago, there wasn't as many articles, social media videos, evidence, and proof of what's going on. Now we can see through people, and a lot of these stars are being exposed as A, just normal people, and B, people who commit crimes. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, That First Heard, pop culture. Looks like Ezra Miller's now in the news too. A little bit of that. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't consider it, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time. Rant done for now.